we were talking a little bit
Right, I don't know where she is, I don't know where she is, I don't know where she is. If you had to guess, I give you one guess, where's Madalina right now?
Yeah, you might hang out, there's a lot.
I kind of thought that there was one place she would be hanging out with her.
It was difficult to hear what he said. What was he saying as you stepped out the door, the one place he thought you would be?
I believe he was missioning a friend's house so that she could be at.
And before I go play the next clip, I just have a few questions on what we just saw there, because I know the audio was a little difficult at times. What was the term that he used about who lived at Victoria Bed? Is he saying she did, he did, we did?
We did.
At about 12:06, and I can go back and play the clip. It's hard to hear because I think Officer Nobles is talking or something like that. I can hear putting things together. If you would please tell me if you hear this.
And where she's at?
Some things together, her lights been on, and
The fact that she has been involved this long and you didn't know where she's at.
kind of putting some things together, her lights been on, and
In her bedroom.
yeah, I figured she was just in there. She's in her bedroom a lot.
Right at the beginning there, what did you understand him to be saying?
He was either saying over the past few weeks or over the past 4 weeks. I couldn't quite tell.
That he's been putting things together?
And he's been putting things together.
And Officer Nichols, when we just stopped that video, you were stepping out to go in the other room to talk to Madalina Cojocari.
That's correct.
I'm going to move forward for the purposes of the record on Station Exhibit 18. It is the video clip labeled 2.
I'm sorry. Hey, Chris, sorry about that, man. We're just trying to piece this together. I'll be completely honest, man. This is just really weird. A lot of this just does not make a lot of sense to me. Just the timeline and everything. It's really weird. Doesn't make sense. I'm hoping that you can please try to help me as much as possible to figure out where Madalina is. Our biggest concern is making sure she's safe. And I'm not concerned about, the fact that it took a while to report or anything like that. But I've been doing this for a long time, and there's just a lot of facts with this situation that just are weird and do not make sense. And I'm hoping you can kind of fill in the gaps for me.
You're right. Honestly, I'm surprised she doesn't come to me and said she was missing.
Yeah.
She's usually got her close by.
Okay. Now, tell me about this whole burning a couch in the backyard. What was that?
You get cats. First jump around. If you it's just this. We don't have a different truck. And we just started in the backyard to get rid of it, and then I chop up the metal. Dispose of it.
Okay.
That's all that is. So we were just, that stuff we were just getting rid of.
Was Madalina at home at that time?
I don't know. Was it? I don't know.
How long have you and your wife been together?
2016.
Okay. How did y'all meet, if you don't mind me asking? Because she come from Moldova?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was an agency that set us up. We just communicated.
Yeah, that's how I gathered a little bit from your wife. I was just trying to make sure I understood that. So she mentioned something about.
I barely heard you say objection.
Yes. So, maybe we heard from him.
Yes.
So the objection's overruled. Sure. All right. So the objection's overruled. The state may proceed.
For the purposes of the record, we have paused at 2 minutes and 48 seconds in the video, and I'm pressing play.
Transfer or their situation there. I couldn't quite understand. Something about transferring money over for silver communicating. Yeah, that's how I got a little bit from why I was just trying to make sure I understood that. So she mentioned something about transferring money over for silver, and there's this just a kind of a weird situation there. I couldn't quite understand that. Can you explain that to me?
Yeah, well, I was doing these. He was like one of the highest decorated. He was at the highest level. He was in the right spot. And I was listening to a podcast and they introduced him. And I really like listening to him. And he's more on the spiritual side. And one of the people that, his name is Mark Jacob, one of the people that he interviews is a silver guy. And with those clients, he kind of was saying silver is the safest thing you can get into. So with not knowing what's coming ahead, I figured, why not get involved in silver? Well, they have a depository, and they're actually a custodian. There's a company that holds Scott Trust is the name of the company. So there's a depository. Sign this form. Sign it that line. I just figured this investment.
Right.
And I want to keep it in fine print.
Right.
When she started reading the fine print, and she didn't like what she saw. And she saw a custodian in the event of, my death or whatever. The money, $250,000, goes to the company that is setting all this up.
Right.
So she started doing some research and she didn't like what she saw. So
She mentioned something about there was like a name listed on there that she didn't recognize or something.
I think the name was, in order to have them, this company, there's two companies, one's a trust company, they purchased the silver, and then this other company, Dr. Kirk Elliott, he holds the silver, so it's kind of like some joint effort. One of the people on that list, I can get names if you need it. She is like she represents us.
Okay.
And she was saying something about that makes that person in control of us and control of our lives and stuff like that. So,
But I'm assuming that person was probably just assigned to you from the trust company?
yeah, they're not the trust company or the silver.
Okay.
So, she didn't like that. And we asked to have that person removed. First of all, I had put my wife's name down there as beneficiary. So then I moved that, she's locked in.
Right.
this trust company holds the original document saying that they are the custodian and this other person is like our representative. So they said if we remove the representative, then you're on your own. You have to deal with the trust company directly. So I said fine. We said fine. So we got, but they still hold the original document. No, worse than that. That's where that's
Okay. And because of this, she thought, okay, this person has some type of control. What if they do something to us to get the benefit? Is that what her whole issue was with it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
It wasn't to say that they can't, I don't know if she said this, but it's hypothetical. It wasn't to say that they can't just hire somebody to knock us off and then get $250,000.
Right.
And with all these accounts, that's how they do business.
Yeah.
She didn't actually say that. That was kind of the direction those questions were going in.
Okay.
So I said, fine. I had purchased it at a higher level. I purchased it. No, I purchased it at a lower level. Then when we said, all right, we're getting out of this, we're contacting those companies, we're dissolving our relationship and that, the only thing that they hold, and they have to hold it legally, they have to hold a document that has her name on it because I put her name down there. And it's, they have to hold that document, so her name is locked into that. We had, you were asking about our names, that was
Well, that's what I was going to ask, because I guess there was an argument the night before you went to Michigan about that some of it had to do with that whole deal with the. Yeah. So what was the gist of the argument that night? And the only reason I really meant to ask is she mentioned her daughter like kind of left and went to her room because you got her arguing and that sort of thing. So.
kind of along the lines, we used to have a down there, and then the silver argument kind of pops up here, I think. And she said, and she does say that you unknowingly, didn't realize what you're doing when you put my name down. And I was like, yeah, it's for the benefit of us and you being the beneficial.
Should something happen to you, she would benefit.
But she doesn't want any benefits, she's nothing, financially. So that's kind of where, to give you a little background on this. So I actually got out of here she lost about $50,000 because of the exchange rate. Because they were claiming silver was going to go to the moon and this and that, and then started going down because it was going to the stock market. And so I just said, fine, I don't care about the money. I just want this to be done with and be happy. So that's what I did. I chewed on the $50,000 loss, no problem. We're out of it. We are out of it, with the exception of that the name on it. So the silver conversation comes up here.
Did she ever mention anything to you about like a couple of her daughters, like I think the Romanian passports went missing or something like that?
Yeah, very few times, so, what's your first name?
Officer. Sorry, that's Nobles.
Okay. That's where the,
Things like that. Okay.
Restate your question, say it again, say it.
No, I was asking about the Romanian passports, and she said anything about them being missing.
So how was that?
Okay. Okay. And do you have any idea where they went or anything?
There were speculations of somebody coming in our house and taking them.
Okay. But was there any signs of like forced entry or any other things missing?
We keep our window by the door for the cats to go in and out.
Okay.
So somebody could